Somebody finally did it. They asked the questions to AI that fan bases have been arguing over for years. At CFB Home on X asked the question, let's settle this once and for all. Okay? Hey, Grok, which is Twitter's AI arm. Who are the 5 most delusional college football fan bases? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, what do you think the 5 most delusional college football fan bases are?
Florida State.
Okay.
Tennessee.
Okay.
I don't think any of the old Pac-12 teams are going to be on there in the top 5.
You would be correct.
Penn State.
No. But
okay.
that's a good guess.
I'm really. It feels like it's going to be heavy SEC Big Ten. Am I wrong?
No.
Ohio State.
Okay.
Even though that the delusion is probably not that far from winning a title. And I'll go. God, I want to go one out of the box here, but I'm not. Nebraska?
That's a really good guess. You, my friend,
Mm-hmm.
I thought you put together a very good list. I really do. You got 1 of 5.
Wow.
According to Grok.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's what Grok said. College football fan bases are a passionate bunch, and sometimes that passion can blur the line between optimism and delusion. Based on recurring themes in various discussions, rankings, and sentiments expressed across platforms like sports articles, forums, and social media, here's a take on the top 5 most delusional fan bases as of April 3rd, 2025. This isn't an exact science. Delusion is subjective, but those groups often get called out for expectations that don't quite match reality. Okay. Number 5, the Tennessee Volunteers.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just going to give you a quick one here. Basically, they're in a time warp reliving 1998.
Yes.
Okay.
That Tennessee was one of the first ones that popped in my head.
Number 4, Auburn. Auburn fans live in a world where they're always one step from toppling Alabama and dominating the SEC.
Yeah, that's good. They're stuck in a very similar time warp.
Okay, this is where it gets a little weird.
Okay.
Number 3, Michigan. Michigan fans love to tout all-time wins and college football royalty status, but the past decade plus has been a roller coaster. Before their recent title in 2023, they endured years of losing to Ohio State and falling short of expectations, yet still acted like they were perennial contenders.
Yeah.
Even post-championship, some argue their arrogance has only grown, ignoring the lean years that preceded it.
Yeah.
Okay. Texas, number 2. This is my favorite thing.
I thought about going Texas.
AI has got it. You know what the very first line of the rundown of Texas being at number 2 is?
Texas is back.
Texas is back. Has become a meme for a reason. Longhorn fans have been riding the high of their 2005 national championship for nearly 2 decades, convinced every season that their massive resources and recruiting prowess will finally restore them to glory. Even with a strong 2024, the annual preseason hype often overshoots their actual performance, especially given their historical inconsistency in the modern era. And the number 1 team of delusional fan bases in all of college football, this will warm your heart, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
I was going to go down that path, but I stayed away from it because even with the exception of 2 years, they still have been good.
Yeah.
But they do tout like we're a national title winner every single bleeping year.
Here's what Grok had to say about them. Notre Dame fans consistently top lists for their unwavering belief that their team is still an elite powerhouse. Though it was decades ago. Despite not winning a national title since 1988 and getting routinely outmatched in big playoff games, they cling to their storied history and academic prestige as proof of eternal relevance. The hype every offseason feels like a ritual, only to end in familiar disappointment, yet the faithful never waver.
Because they've been more successful than a Penn State, I would definitely thought of all the ones that I named, Tennessee and Penn State were going to be on that list.
Yeah. Grok gave an honorable mention to Texas A&M for big spending and modest results.
Yeah.
Miami, still chasing the U of old.
Mm-hmm.
And Nebraska, 90s nostalgia in a new century.
Yeah. Nebraska was I could see this one being in there.
I went to Gemini, Google's AI.
Yeah. What
I asked for a top 10.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I'm not going to give you a rundown on each one of them, but I will say...
Who are the other teams that were on there?
What I will say, the list is
Very
far
similar?
closer to yours.
Oh, okay.
Than Grok's. Number 10, Michigan State. They just think that the moderate success and their expectations are bonkers.
Yeah.
Number 9, Auburn.
Okay.
Number 8, USC,
Okay.
where it says they're similar to Miami and Texas in their historical success and allure of the program in a major market with high expectations. The belief of their ability to quickly return to national dominance is often present, even during rebuilding phases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue that.
Number 7 is Penn State.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 6, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the number 5. In the top 5, I'll give the rundown on because this is eerily close to yours. Number 5 was Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Passionate fan base remembers the history of national championships and expects a return to that level. Despite coaching changes and struggles, the belief their imminent resurgence remains strong for many. Number 4, Florida State. Mm-hmm. Following the 2013 national championship, some fans maintain expectations of being perennial national power, sometimes before consistently dominating in their own conference again. Number 3, Miami. Mm-hmm. The echoes of their dominant past fuel expectations of a swift return to national prominence. This often leads to overlooking the current state of the program and time needed for rebuilding. Number 2, Notre Dame. Almost exactly what Grok said. Mm-hmm. And then number 1 is Texas.
Yeah. Again, I stayed away from Texas just because of
they're back.
Not just that. There was the they beat themselves over the head with "we're not good" publicly.
Yeah.
Now, when they did do the thing and they said they were back at the end of a season, yeah, but throughout the year, there was always we always shoot ourselves in the foot. We're not the Texas of old.
Yeah.
That's why I stayed away from them.
Yeah.
Because there was that what's the what was that Tom Hanks movie? The big book, Catholic Church. What the hell's the name?
Bible?
The Celestine Prophecy?
No.
The big book with the Catholic Church, the Bible.
No. The
Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code.
There we go. Thank you.
Remember Paul Bettany's character? I can never remember what it's called. He wore the things around his legs, the self-chastisement.
Yeah.
Like that.
The monk guy?
Yeah, that felt like Texas fans.
Yeah.
Like they were always self-inflicted harm for sins committed.
Yeah.
Like even though they would get loud and yappy about it, they also were it's like self-inflicted pain of we're not actually back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas a team like Penn State for me was a team that I was just you haven't done anything.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
You're not you keep walking up to the blue blood table. It's no,
you're not.
No, you're not at this table.
No, you're not. And
you're very close, but you're not at this table.
No. And what I find interesting is that out west, we obviously talk Oregon, Washington, USC, and we put them in that, all three of them in that you're delusional category, right? What I find interesting when you get AI, this is taking every corner of the internet, right? And I think it just goes to show that outside of the West Coast, people really don't care about those three schools.
No, they don't. No.
I mean,
it just means more.
Yeah. And out here, we're I think if you were to put this top 5 list together, I think a lot of fans would put all three of those schools in either the top 5 or the top 10.
Yes, 100%.
Because of
it
our
depends
regional
on
bias.
where you take the poll at.
And we're all in our own kitchen,
yes,
right?
100%.
Everybody is in their own kitchen. But the reality is the wide scope of it is I think it shows that all three of those programs are healthy fan bases in that they have expectations and they believe their team is going to live up to them. Every single one of those teams that is making these top 10 lists or top 5 lists are ones that, we want to say they're living in the glory days, and it's a what can you do for me now? Reality is the what can you do for me now is a very short list of teams that have won national titles. And it's Alabama, it's Clemson, it's Ohio State, and it's Michigan, right? LSU's been thrown in there too, right? In Georgia, yeah. I mean, you look at that, it's like 6, and we can go back a decade.
Yeah.
Go back a decade, right? It's really damn hard to win a national title.
That's the thing is,
and there's very few that have
the last
that as
team to win a
expectations.
national title in those 3 is 20 years ago.
20 years. Yeah. And you've had the other 2 have played for it. And that's where that healthy delusion comes from a fan base.
I'm as big as a USC sycophant as there is. Going into last year, how many wins did I say they would get?
You said 8. 8. Yeah. Yeah. It is I think there's also a reality here.
Yeah.
But once any of these teams, and this is
show anything,
but it's fandom.
Yes,
that's what fandom is that you say, nope, finally, I can puff my chest
I did
out.
when Caleb came to USC.
Yeah,
and they were that team, and I thought they would keep that momentum going, and boy, did they not.
They sure didn't.
They face planted.
Look at AI. You know, everybody's talking about like AI is going to be the downfall of the world. It's solving the questions that we need answered, though, and I think that was one of the first ones.
Is AI providing the answer?
Yeah. Oh, should I ask?
Alan Iverson?
Anyone?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Well, I'm posing the question.
No.
Which was his first shoe.
The good shoe.
Yeah, that was a great shoe.
That
You see Reebok is making that into a golf shoe?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, they saw all the money that everybody was getting for the Jordans. Look, I bought a pair. They're so freaking comfortable.
I can't wait to get blisters in those shoes. It's going to be awesome.
But you look good.
It'll be great. It'll be great. All right, I'm going to ask Gemini really quick here. Will the Portland Trailblazers ever win an NBA title?
Ooh, I don't think you want to like. My wife and I are watching that show, The Wheel of Time.
How about will the Portland Trailblazers win an NBA title? Should I put a time frame on it or ever?
Let's go 10 years, just so we're not going too far.
Okay, in the next.
But there's a
because
character.
that'll probably tell us like in the year 3142.
Yeah, exactly. Like in the show Wheel of Time, there's a
gonna
person
die.
that has visions of the future, and they all like come true. It's like she can see their deaths. And my wife asked me last night, if you had somebody who could tell you your future, would you want to know it? I was like, absolutely not. No.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely not.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Is this a Magic 8-Ball situation where results are unclear?
Buddy, no. Gemini gave me an entire path to the Blazers winning an NBA title in the next 10 years.
Oh, print it out, put it up on the wall, baby.